consecutive wins in a row. This guy has not given up the title. Lapsley's like he needs to give it up. He's had it too long, and that just becomes a habit there. But Aaron Wetherspoon, man, he has dominated nearly everybody in his path, and every fight he's taken on, his opponent has probably had 36 more fights than him. I don't know what it is, man.
Well, you know, he's really evolved in his last fight. You know, he came out not quite as aggressive as he normally is, worked a lot of different angles, really defended the shot well, and just completely dominated Melo.
Absolutely.
Completely outclassed him. Melo couldn't take him down. He was like he was in there with a child.
And you know what? Aaron Wetherspoon, he said himself, you know, he's the most humblest guy in the world. He said he was so ill that he almost canceled the fight, but still went in there and dominated him. So I'm very curious to see the new Aaron Wetherspoon at 100%, see what's going to happen here tonight against someone like Lapsley. And with someone like Lapsley, you need to bring 110%.
That definitely brings a point, 100%. You know, you like you said, you need to be in the 100%.
Absolutely.
Well, Aaron seemed to rededicate himself. He's a good friend of mine, and we talk a lot about his conditioning program. He's got a new conditioning coach, and he's coming in, and he hasn't had a chance to really test it yet. But he's put a lot of time and effort into polishing that. You know, way too many guys worry about working their stand-up, working their ground game, doing their jiu-jitsu, and not spending enough time working on their conditioning. And at the end of the day, that's what wins fights.
And when you're working with guys like Team Oyama, man, Colin Oyama has produced some of the best fighters in the world, like Quentin Rampage Jackson, you know, gave it him a chance. And you know, he's got Bao Quach, who is also a top fighter here at King of the Cage. So it's no surprise that Aaron Wetherspoon is the welterweight champion.
All right, gentlemen, protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves. Let's make it official.
There we go. Much respect between these two fighters.
Aaron always comes out, and he's absolutely humongous compared to the other guys he's fighting.
You don't look 170 to me, man.
He's super powerful, super strong, and he's gigantic 170-pounder.
He looks at least 195. Yeah, that's a big boy.
This is the more focused Aaron Wetherspoon.
And here we go. Aaron coming out in a traditional Muay Thai stance and throws a left leg kick and throwing wild punches, immediately closing the gap.
I'll tell you what, that's how Bryson Kamaka got finished, was those punches right there. Throwing some
devastating knees there.
Oh, and Lapsley will end up on top here in the half guard.
Doing a good job with those hips, working those hips, controlling those hips, and flips out in midair and working that pass on Aaron.
Now, we've seen the ground game of Aaron Wetherspoon. He has submitted his opponents off his back. And we saw that against Laverne Clark back at King of the Cage, collision course.
Anthony Lapsley there trying to pass guard of Aaron, and Aaron controlling him back in, puts him back in full guard.
This is definitely the toughest fight yet for both fighters. I think in their career they haven't fought the likes of the skills that both fighters possess.
Aaron doing a great job of trapping hands, not letting him posture up to get any punches off. And that's frustrating for Anthony to be on top and not really be able to do much with it. And now wisely pushes Aaron up against the fence and puts some pressure on him. But Aaron immediately spinning away. That's a veteran maneuver there.
Absolutely. And Aaron Wetherspoon said it himself, just because Lapsley lost to John Melo, it doesn't mean a thing. It doesn't mean just because he beat John Melo, he could beat Lapsley. He doesn't even think like that.
Anthony doing a good job of trying to get some punches off, but Aaron's just on top of him. And wisely again goes right back to the fence, and veteran Aaron spins off, pushes off on his legs, and just creates space. That just gives him the ability to move. Because that slight adjustment right there could change the dynamic of this entire fight.
Absolutely. He is definitely mobilizing Lapsley right now and making sure that he doesn't receive any damage and closing the gap constantly.
Definitely keeping him down tight, you know, looking at maybe setting up a
good call by Herdane. And that is a good call by Herdane.
And that's a great job by Aaron Wetherspoon, just not absorbing any damage whatsoever and coming back stalking in that tie stance.
That's the thing. He is a strategic fighter, and you see it in his every fight. He just continues to improve on his strategies.
Anthony Lampley doing a good job of pushing Aaron up against the fence and really not letting Aaron use any of that power. Working a single leg takedown, and Aaron doing a good job defending that.
another hip toss at head and arm throw there. At some good judo utilization by Anthony Lapsley.
Very difficult to take down Aaron Wetherspoon. I mean, the guy is humongous, dude.
Yeah, and that was a great job by Aaron, just dropping his hips, staying calm. And Aaron seemed to have some kind of a little strain going on there.
But the great hips comes from awesome wrestling, and you know, with Aaron Wetherspoon, he's got a good wrestling background, knows where his body's at really well.
Let's hope this doesn't turn out the way we don't want it to turn out here tonight. Now hopefully Wetherspoon is covering up where the pain is at. Lapsley will try and catch on here.
One of the things about Aaron, he gets mad and he gets really aggressive.
Oh, he's scary, man. He's scary.
But he's having a hard time as it is right now, overpowering Anthony.
Here we go. And they will collide again, and Lapsley will try and take this back to the ground.
Well, I think that southpaw stance of Lapsley is throwing Aaron off a little bit.
Aaron Wetherspoon will deliver a knee of his own.
Both guys fighting for underhooks.
This is just an exchange of knees here. It's like a knee buffet going on.
Aaron Wetherspoon there pummeling in, you know, trying to work that inside. Looks like he's got the inside on the left side and working that right side in the clinch move, trying to control a takedown.
And there's those double underhooks there. If Aaron gets control of those double underhooks, you're in trouble. He's going to suck those hips right off of that fence and pull you out. You're going to see yourself looking at the lights. But Anthony Lapsley doing a great job of swimming in and turns the corner on Wetherspoon.
Aaron Wetherspoon delivering some devastating knees on Anthony there against the cage. Definitely takes a toll on the body.
And definitely the thing that both fighters have going, which is making this match, is both fighters don't give up easy, man. They do not give up. And they will fight all the way to the death, man.
And these are two seasoned veterans here. Nobody making a mistake. And the first guy that makes a mistake and leave those underhooks in there, it's going to find itself on the back. And there's a attempted judo throw again by Lapsley. And Aaron is having good hips, just dropping elevation and stuffing that throw.
Tell you what, he does work those knees very well. He does it to a T.
Aaron doing a good job of working those little short elbows, working on those short knees there, doing some damage. Herb Dean calling for him to work off of the fence.
Aaron Lapsley doesn't have anything to answer to those knees. They just keep coming in and kind of just, he's eating them.
Lapsley has continued to be worked up against the fence here, and Aaron Wetherspoon is just constantly delivering knees, and that is a good first round before both fighters.
Yeah, that's a great first round. Aaron Wetherspoon really controlling up against the fence, but at the same time, Anthony Lapsley isn't letting Aaron dominate him. He's not getting tossed around. He didn't get anywhere near the ground at that point, and that was a good fight. Yeah, Thomas Denny. Thomas Denny in the corner of Aaron Lapsley over there, Anthony Lapsley over there. He's giving him some good advice. He did a good job of not being dominated. That's one of the things that you see with Aaron. He comes out in the first round and dominates guys. If you can get out of the first round, you have an opportunity to finish this fight with Aaron to go the whole distance.
And you know, that says a lot about Lapsley's character too. I mean, he wasn't taken out that easily, and it really is a tough opponent for Aaron Wetherspoon tonight.
And he really didn't sustain any damage either. I mean, maybe a few Charlie horses on the thighs, but other than that, he's not hurt at all. And here we go, starting the round two.
Lapsley with a Superman punch, unsuccessful, and now these guys are going to...
Oh, both guys are down! Both guys are down! One guy gets up, both guys are hurt! Oh my God, this is the
The only time I ever saw this was on a knockout.
Both guys are knocked out,
Double knockout.
Double knockout, both guys get up.
The last time I saw this.
Oh my God, this is unbelievable!
knockout.
Double KO. That is unbelievable.
Aaron Wetherspoon looks like he got hit by a hatchet with a nasty cut. And Lapsley has a nasty cut.
Both fighters have cuts above the right and left eye. It definitely going to be a tough one here.
I don't know what they're going to call this, but Lapsley got up first like he won this fight.
Let's take a look at this double knockout.
Replay. Both guys aggressively coming in, and at the same time, there's a kick to the head and a straight right. There's a left hook, there's a right hook and a straight right by Aaron Wetherspoon.
That is the first in King of the Cage history, anything I've ever seen like this.
He turned the corner.
And this is where you can see a better replay here.
Straight right and a right hook by Lapsley, and both guys are just out for the count. Unbelievable.
Aaron Wetherspoon is now up. He's doing, looks like he's almost come to.
That is just some amazing stuff. That's something you see out of a movie, man. Yeah. I'm telling you, Rocky and Apollo, dude. You've seen the movie. They knocked each other out. But Anthony Lapsley immediately got up. You could see the pain in Lapsley's eyes. He tried to get up. He knew if he got up, he could win the belt.
Lapsley tapped. There's no way they could give him that fight. He called it. He said he's not good. They show it laying on his back. He's waving his hand saying he doesn't want anymore. And Wetherspoon's out absolutely cold. This is the most amazing thing ever in the history of MMA.
I think the judges have got a new criteria to be dealing with here, if that ever happened. I don't think this is even in the rules book, man.
Wow.
How do you deal with a situation like this?
That's amazing.
This is a double knockout. Aaron Wetherspoon keeps the title.
Absolutely.
It's just like a draw.
Absolutely.
Only with lots of blood.
Tons of blood. That yellow mat is red now. I cannot believe my eyes. That is just something out of a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. You just do not see something like that. And there's a first for everything, folks.
That's definitely incredible. Definitely something that you have to be here to see.
And the fans are on their feet right now and have no idea what just happened. They're as curious. Let's take a look at the replay one more time here. Lapsley in his corner, just...
There's a kick that sets it up. And here comes a straight right by Aaron and a right hook by Lapsley, which is his lead hand.
And you could see Lapsley
covers up. He's covering up.
Stomping his feet, and he's tapping out right now. He's saying, I want no more. No more.
But you can't get up after that and say you won the fight.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
He did get up, but he did tap. It's controversial, definitely. I mean, as a fighter, it almost looks like he might, by defending himself, maybe he wasn't quite there, and he had his feet up to kind of protect himself. Didn't know if Aaron was on top of him, trying to come to. It's definitely going to be a difficult one.
Absolutely. I would hate to be a judge at this point. I mean, he obviously tapped out, but he got back up, so it's really hard to call from that point why he got back up after he tapped out. This is something new that the judges are going to have to deal with, and that's why I say I do not envy being a judge right now.
After 18 seconds into the second round, an accidental headbutt stops this bout.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has been declared a no contest.
Wow. I would love to see a rematch.
Let's give a big round of applause for both of these gladiators.
This definitely calls for a rematch between these two fighters. And to Anthony's credit, I mean, he got up, but it's really hard to call him.
But like your partner here said, to me, he did look like he wanted no more.
No, he wanted no more.
He was finished. He was absolutely finished until he saw that Aaron was knocked out. He had no idea Aaron had been knocked out.
Absolutely.
He was on his back thinking that this is over. I want no part of this. And as soon as he got a glance of Aaron passed out on the canvas, he said, okay, I'm getting up. I'm good enough to get up. But it was too late at that point.
That is just amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming out here and making King of the Cage a fantastic show. We'd like to thank the San Manuel Indian Bagel and Casino, Rockstar Energy Drink, Elite XC, and ProElite.com. We'd also like to thank Gladiator Magazine and Booyah Fight Gear. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, the Iron Man, Tyson Johnson, and this has been a King of the Cage presentation. We'd like to thank each and every one of you. Have a great night. that we'll see at the next King of the Cage.
I'll tell you what we just witnessed with Aaron Slam Witherspoon only happens in movies with Jean-Claude Van Damme, but how many know that this is not a movie? This is the real deal, and we just saw a double KO, but from a headbutt?
That was one of the most amazing finishes to a fight I've ever seen. There was a headbutt in there, but both guys ate solid punches, and that's exactly what you can expect from King of the Cage, bringing it to you. We have a brand new finish to a brand new fight again in a 170-pound title match. What an amazing ending to a fight.
I'll definitely tell you what, it's not an ending. It's got to happen again. I've got to see a rematch between them. It's like a movie that you haven't finished yet. It's got to be finished. The saga needs to continue with these two fighters.
Absolutely. You know, Aaron had all his hands full. He couldn't finish this guy, couldn't take him down. Both guys were super active, throwing punches, and as soon as they got really aggressive, both guys got knocked out.
And of course, what about William the Bull Sariapai suffering his first loss after 7 consecutive wins in a